Okay, a few more things about the project. We have to finalize the roofs with the skylight. There are some courtyards here, as we can see. And then we'll start modeling the site. Okay. And we also have to start, well, keep using materials. We see that the basement is made of concrete, and then the first floor is made of concrete columns and travertine here. Okay, so let's change the, and if you see the texture of this, we have these nice concrete walls with those tiny holes here. Well, this is because when we remove the formwork in which we pour the concrete, we cast the concrete, then when we remove the formwork, we get those holes. And if you want to learn, yeah, so we have this kind of texture here. Okay, so I'm going to copy, and I'm going to open Photoshop. Okay, open Photoshop, paste. Copy image. Paste. Okay. So here we have this concrete. I'm going to crop the image here. Okay. And crop the image there. And then I'm going to save it, and I'm going to paste or insert this image in Revit. Now the skylight. We have the skylight here. And well, we're working with this part. So this is the 1 second. Okay, so this is the first and the second. So I'm going to model that skylight. And as you can see, the skylight starts here. We look at the section, that's the section of the skylight. This is the shell, so we have to remove this. Then there will be a cap here, transparent cap. Okay, and we have this element, and this element is something that reflects this light, and we have this nice effect of reflecting this light here, and then we can see that how the light is reflected on this dome, and then we have diffuse light for the museum, which is the perfect light for a museum. Okay, so let's do it. If we work with Revit, I'm going to use wireframe. I'm going to select this dome or this vault. I edit in place, select it again, and now I want to create a void extrusion, okay, because I need a void here. So where is the void? Okay, if I do this, let's say that it's 2 inches, 1 foot and 6 inches, and then here, and now I need the symmetrical because this is the midpoint, so I'm going to create a mirror here, and then I have to close this. I have to trim and trim. Okay, now I finish and see what I have done. Remember that there is a void and it has to intersect with the original element here. Okay, so I have to select this, move it up, and now there's an intersection. I finish. Well, sometimes you have to use cut geometry. So we have to cut geometry, and we have to select first the vault, second the void, and we've got this. There you go. Okay. Then this material, instead of copying it, I'm going to change the material because as we can see inside, the material is concrete as well. Okay, so I'm going to change this material, edit in place, select again, change material, concrete. And now if we look at the realistic view, it will be concrete here too. Okay, then we have to change all the arches, but that's the concrete. So if we want to see the effect of this concrete, let's work with a section box. So a section box is this. If I move the section to this point, and then I look at the front view, so this is a section, and if we right click and select perspective, now we do have a perspective on this. So we see the dome, well, the vault here, we see the skylight. I think that will work better if we change the material to that concrete. And yeah, that looks better inside. Okay, so we are getting there, but I need to do the skylight. So the skylight, we see that we have this element, but here we have that element. We're not going to enter in the construction because this is something that it's hanging from here, it's bolted there. So here we can see that there's like those structure made of ribs, probably of aluminum. And so we're going to try to imitate the shape, but not the, well, not all those details. So let's work with the orthographic projection. And now we are here again. Okay, we are there. Well, let's try the south elevation better. Yeah, I think we can do that because we are here. We have numbers, so we have to take a grid with letters. Okay, let's do this with the 3D view, with the front 3D view. Here we have that. And at the midpoint, So I need to create like a grid line here. I can because, well, on a 3D view, I can't create those lines. Okay, so I think I'm going to work with a section. Okay, so I'm going to view section. And now I'm going to open the section here, sections. There you go, this is a section. And now in the section, I can draw this model line. I can pick one of the grid lines with a letter, grid A. So here I can take the midpoint in a wireframe. I can take the midpoint here. And then I have like two arches. So I'm going to model line. No, I'm going to go to component modeling place. What is that? This is a roof. Okay, I'm going to do the roof. And I'm going to work with extrusion. So first, apparently it's something like this. And now I'm going to work with a curve. With this tangent and arc. And I don't know how big it is. Okay. Something like that. Now offset. And I'm going to do this quite thin, like 2 inches. And then I can go downwards, close this, and mirror, and trim. Okay, so now on the 3D view, where is it? Wireframe. Okay, there you go. This is it. This is it. And it goes from this to this. Okay, so we only can see this in a section. So with this section view, we have this element there. So we take the front view, right click perspective, and here we have this. So we use like this. What is the material? We can edit in place and make this material aluminum because it has to be reflective. It has to reflect light aluminum. There you go. If we look at realistic view now, yeah, look at this, that's great. So here we can feel the reflection. Okay, so we haven't done anything yet with the lights, but here we can see how the light enters and then it reflects this towards the vault, and then the vault. So we have almost the same effect that we have here. Well, okay, but the light is reflected. So we start having this effect here. Okay. Okay, so now we have this, but if we want to prevent rain from entering here, we need a cap. So we need a cap that it's transparent. It's a transparent cap, as you can see. We need to do something like that, and then we need a cap here. Okay, let's try. I'm going to do first like another component model in place. This is a roof. I'm going to create extrusion, the plane grid A, that's fine. And now from here, I'm going to create something like 7 inches. Okay, so I want this, and then mirror here. I create that shape on the 3D view. I'm going to go to orthographic again, selecting this. I have to extend all the way. Okay, so here we have this, and now we need like a cap. I'm going to place like a transparent cap. Well, by the way, if we edit in place, we select this, the material, I'm going to use concrete and finish. And now I'm going to create another architecture model in place. I'm going to call it roof. And now by extrusion, I'm going to work with grid A again. And I am going to use a curve like that. Okay. And now an offset 2 inches, 2 inches. And this. Now again with the 3D view. And the material, I'm going to use glass because it's transparent. If we work with a section box, move it here. Right click, perspective. And now I'm getting this transparent element there. Okay, so it's getting better. And I'm almost there when it comes to this. Do I have to do anything else? Well, just splitting hairs here. This is not concrete outside. If you look at this texture, this is not concrete. This can be a metallic roof. Usually this is lead or zinc. If we look for zinc roofs. Okay, so we have this material, this grayish metallic material, and well, it's very good at waterproofing, so we can use that that texture. Well, the texture is gray, doesn't have any, so it's a bright gray, so we can use the texture of aluminum. But how can we do this? So this is like a high level stuff, and okay, so we are going to create another component. Modeling place. We are going to use roof again. And now I'm going to create extrusion starting on grid A, as always. And now let's select this. Okay, so I'm going to pick this line and that line and that line here. I'm going to trim. I'm going to create something very thin, an offset with just 1 inch. We don't need more. And then I'm going to create a something covering that material. Finish. Preview. Okay. And now this I can insert another texture. I'm going to sync panel. Texture. Okay, so yeah, that is what I was looking for. This, I think this is good. It's galvanized steel. Well, it's not exactly zinc, but I don't want these drawings. Metal panels, zinc. Actually, think we can use this one. Hmm? Save as JPEG, zinc. Now I create a new material, select this, editing place, select again, material, new material, identity, zinc. And let's make the sample size bigger. And see what happens. Very nice. And now I have to mirror. So I think we have everything we need to copy. This, we have a different texture. We have a texture outdoors. We have a texture indoors. And we have the skylight with this element and this transparent element. Yeah, so now I think we can start copying all these. There are some okay, so we can copy all these 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have we need something different for those, but I think we can copy all the skylights, all the vaults with skylights, at least 1, 2, 3. So I can copy all those first. Let's extend this section box to see everything. Use the top view. But oh, and here I'm going to use orthographic. Yep. Okay, so now we have to copy all that. If I select, I'm going to select everything. And then I'm going to filter just the roofs, everything that is roof. You see that we have 6 objects on the roof. So here we have the shell, the zinc finish, the skylight, everything, okay? Because everything belongs to roof, to that category. So I'm going to click OK, and now copy from where? This point to this point. Okay. And now to this point. And now here. Okay, this is not good because basically I need to copy. Okay, we can work on that. So now we have the vaults with the skylights. And now it's up to you if you want to open this courtyard or this opening here. Okay, so we have to do it using the structure. So if this is a structure, we need another arch here, another arch there, and then we need a vault that goes from this arch to that arch. We cannot copy this here, so we have to do another one here, and then this opening, and then another one there. Okay, but that's up to you.